Hey, it's John Santucci from tcpalm.com and Treasure Coast Newspapers. We have with us South Fork coach Mike Lavelle, first-year coach, undefeated after 4 games, so congratulations on that. We're getting ready for Martin Bowl. South Fork 4-0 is going to host rival Martin County, which is 4-1 in a District 6-7A game. And Coach, you have the opportunity to get your first county championship, and I know that's not exactly the first thing on your mind.
Right, absolutely. The thing on our mind is getting that first district win. Our goal is to win the district title, and we got to get the first one.
There you go. See, he is a lot more focused than I do, but I have ADD. Anyways, Coach, we want to talk about, this is one of your bread and butter plays. Explain to us, first of all, what is the play, and give us a basic breakdown of why you like it so much.
The play is basically a version of the option. A lot of people run different kinds of the option. This is essentially what they call split back veer. And we're running split back veer out of the shotgun.
How much option do you run? Your dad ran a lot of it. How
right.
much do you run?
We've tailored it back a little bit, but honestly, we have the ability to run it 25 times a game if we wanted to. We practice it a ton, and it's difficult to prepare for, is one of the main things. But this is basically split back veer. Any one of 3 people can get the ball. The quarterback, the near side back, or the backside halfback. And we don't know going into the play on any given snap who's going to get the ball. We are going to read the defenders. So in this particular example, we're going to read the defensive end. This is a 4-3 cover 2 shell. Very basic defense, a lot of people run it. So in this particular case, we're going to read the play side defensive end, and we're looking for his numbers. We want to see if he's going to squeeze down the line of scrimmage or if he's going to come upfield.
And when you say numbers, you literally mean you want to see his
Correct.
jersey number. Okay.
Correct. So quarterback is getting direct snap and putting the ball in the near side halfback's, basically his belly button. And that's what we call the mesh point. That's when you see us read it. That's when he's simultaneously looking at him and making a decision as to what this defensive end is going to do. If the defensive end comes down, the quarterback, the halfback will still carry it out, and our quarterback will pull what we call pull the ball out of his stomach, and we move on to the next phase of the option. In this case, we would be reading number 2. Based upon a lot of different things, a lot of different things can change. But in this case, we're going to be reading the second widest guy, okay, which would be the outside back. So we then go to the next phase. Our backside halfback is trying to stay 5 yards away, and our quarterback and our halfback are trying to stay in good, what we call pitch relationship.
How important is the spacing there? You said 5. I mean, that's very specific.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's imperative. They should be able to do it blindfolded.
Okay.
I mean, they really should. This is something that we've worked on since August 27th. They know exactly where they got to be. Because the thing is, if they're too far, too close, one defender can cover 2 people, and that's obviously not what you want. So again, we're going to read his eyes then change to the outside backer. If the outside backer has decided that he's going to take quarterback, okay, he stops and starts to defend quarterback. Our quarterback will then decide to lower his hips and pitch to the outside or to the away side halfback, and he runs the alley. Okay?
Now you have variations of this.
Absolutely. Right? We have a lot of different, I mean, we could go over this for an hour, but
we don't have that much time.
a couple different variations. A lot of it depends on what shell you see, what defense you see, and how people try to defend it. So for example, a lot of people in the past have decided to, they'll what we call run to pitch. Okay? Very simple. He decides to take dive. They'll try to shuffle the linebacker to quarterback, and he takes pitch. Well, one of the things that we can do is we can crack to the mic with our number 2. Okay? If he runs to pitch, he still takes dive, quarterback's in the alley. Okay? That's one thing we can do. If we get man coverage, okay, and he's inside leverage, we can try to what we call crack read, okay, which he can crack to the safety. He can take number 2. Therefore, hopefully the corner flows inside. No one's on pitch.
Now, when you're drilling this in practice, how many times do you have to do it? Because obviously the coverage is the linebackers are going to move around, defensive ends change. How much do you have to work on?
We spend a lot of time on the option. We spent a lot of time on the option because, especially in years past, we felt like the option was an equalizer. If you're playing someone who you felt like had better athletes than you or could win one-on-one matchups, the option is one of those things that's very difficult to prepare for, and it can, like I said, it can be an equalizer with someone especially who has more talent than you.
You ran the option, you were an option quarterback. When you talk to Stone, is it easier for you to convey certain messages to him because you've done it?
Probably. When I ran it, we ran it out of the wishbone and we ran it out of the split backs, much like you see Georgia Tech or Navy doing it, so it's a little bit different, the footwork's a little bit different. But the thing that he understands and that I can convey to him is seeing the big picture. and we talk to him about that. It's like anything else. It's like, you know, what Lenny does at Veer. I'm sure he talks to Proctor about seeing the big picture and counting numbers and where do we have matchups. Right. And that's some of the knowledge that I can convey to him is that, you know, where are numbers matchups? If we're a pretty evenly formation, you know, where do we have the advantage? And that's something that he understands that I can give to him.
All right, Coach, we really appreciate the time. I got to ask one last thing, though. How many times should a fan expect to see this formation in this play?
35 times.
35 times?
No, I don't know. It's all going to depend. You never know.
All right. Coach, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. We're going to have another video with Coach Kenyon coming to you very shortly, or if you're watching it, thank you for watching Coach Kenyon's video, and hope you enjoyed Coach Lavelle. Coach, thanks so much for your time.
All right, thank you.
All right.